I'm Randy Reid, editor of Edison Report and Design and Lighting Magazine, and I am here with Kelly Roberts of WALD Studios, and also Kelly is the president of Women in Lighting Plus Design. Kelly, welcome.
Hi, Randy. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're glad that you're here, and just give us an update on everything that WALD is doing, because it's so much I really have trouble keeping up with it.
There's certainly a lot going on, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'll just start with where we are right now. We're at LEDucation, and actually tomorrow is International Women's Day. So this year we took the opportunity to celebrate together. We had a party on the Monday night of LEDucation, and we are using the theme of this year, Embrace Equity, to raise funds for a local charity in New York. WALD New York is hosting this. It is called Embrace Race, and if you'd like to make a donation, you can go to our website to do so. We would really encourage that. They are teaching children to be brave and thoughtful about race. So WALD in general, we're doing a lot of things. We've grown. As you know, last year we started the board of directors, which I'm president of, and we've been able to continue to establish the organization. We are now a registered 501c6, which I'm very happy to say.
I'm going to interrupt you. I know a 501c3 and a C4. What is C6?
Great. A C6 is a business league. So ILD is actually also a C6. It's just another nonprofit status for business organizations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we, as the board, we've been working towards creating organizational structure to make sure that WALD can continue operating into the future and continue helping as many women in the lighting industry as possible. So the one thing I actually would love to clarify is what the board is versus what our chapters are, because I think there is some confusion about that. We have 19 chapters now in North America. They go across the country, and then we also have a very strong chapter in Toronto. And we have 3 chapters that are starting to kind of put out feelers. So actually, if you're interested, Arkansas, Vancouver, and South Central Florida, Tampa, Miami, Orlando. If you're in those areas and you want to reach out, go to womeninlightingdesign@gmail.com. The chapters are our community that is local. They put out the events that you go and you make your informal mentoring, you do your education together, your fun activities like the parties, and they really are the core of what WALD is, the community of meeting women and helping each other. That's where you make mostly your main friends, because they're all who are local to you. The board is voted on, we're all volunteers by the way, voted on by members of the chapters and creates this central core that then guides and ensures that all of the chapters and the central core are meeting the mission and the vision of what WALD is. And in addition to that, we have our 4 programs, and the board runs those 4 programs, which are the 4, I would say, most prevalent topics that women are, or issues that women are facing in the industry today. And so we're hoping that through those programs, we will be able to make more progress together in solving those issues. So, okay. You're going to ask me what they are?
Yeah. Yes. Please tell us those 4 principles.
So, our 4 programs are the Parent Resource Group, PRG, and right now we have an open survey, which might be closed by the time this shows, but that's fine, where we are studying, and this group is for all parents, to be clear. This is not just for women, because we 100% know that the only way to ensure that women, mothers, are not the only ones taking the responsibilities for the children at home or for the other loved ones, aged parents, elderly or sick at home, the only way for them not to be taking full responsibility for that is for the fathers to also be involved. Fathers also deserve the right to be involved in their children's, in their families' lives. And so this is a group to create resources together for all parents. And there is a survey studying how the industry is doing in supporting them.
We published the survey.
You did.
Submit their information. Okay, so we did publish that, and I hope you got a lot of responses from it, because there've been several people talking about it. So we are familiar with the PRG.
And I really appreciate you publishing that. And of course, the results will be first shared at Light Fair 2023 in New York. The second program that we have is called the Lamplighter Coalition. That's about sexual harassment discourse in the industry. So going to parties and coming to conference events where people might do inappropriate things, and what people should do in response to that, how we can stop it from happening in the first place. Our third group.
Yeah. To that, I'm just going to add, I love the mocktail thing, and I noticed that last night you were serving mocktails, so we think that is great too. It's a minor thing, but it's still nice. And then at our event for our Lifetime Achievement Awards, which will also be at Light Fair, we will be serving mocktails.
Do you know what mocktail it will be yet? Yeah, that's always a tricky thing, but it's they taste delicious. Like it's great once people start being innovative. Like they can really make something amazing. And we also love, I mean, not just for, there are lots of non-drinkers out there, right? Especially now. Our third program is our DEIR committee. They're actually helping both WALD become more diverse, and then also helping with our pairings with other marginalized groups in the industry, NACLIC, Build Up, and many more to come, I'm sure. And then we also have a mentoring program, which we're looking for leadership on. So we envision that potentially as being either I guess either just webinars. For instance, I have a vision of having a women's business. How do you become a women-owned business? How do you apply for that? What does it mean? What does it get you? Simply a webinar on that. Or a group of programs where we're actually creating the network where women across the country can be mentoring each other and meeting up and creating those connections. So it's not just about your local chapter. You are actually able to make those connections globally.
Well, if I may, I attended a WALD event in Philadelphia not too long ago. We did the yoga, which was incredible, and then we all went out to dinner. And I sat with different groups. I kept moving around, and it was really interesting because so many of these people are working out of their homes now. And you could just tell they're meeting each other, many of them for the first time, and you could really see the importance of getting out of the house, socializing with like-minded people, and it wasn't always about lighting. They were talking about all sorts of things, and I could just see kind of the camaraderie coming together. So I am starting to, I guess, have more of an appreciation for these networking events that you guys do.
Yeah, and thank you so much for attending that. I really loved your headstand. There's a certain feeling going to these WALD events. That was when I got involved 10 years ago. That was what I felt. It was the first thing I stepped into the room, and just there was almost a change in atmosphere. And it felt safe, and it felt like I was immediately had a million friends with me, even though I didn't know anybody. And it was, for myself, coming from a small design firm, actually the place where I met people in the industry that really started my track rolling and becoming a more active member, and I think that's what WALD is all about, helping us understand our potential and helping us get there.
You talked about the number of chapters that you have. How many total members do you have now?
So right now, the only way we can track our membership is actually through how many people sign up for our newsletter. So we have over 1,500 people, over 1,700 people actually signed up for the newsletter. If you ask me again at Light Fair, we will be discussing a better way to track our membership and revealing that at Light Fair.
Well, we look forward to that. Now, wrapping up, this has been a great discussion and I think very informative to our audience. Is there anything I haven't asked you that I should?
Of course, we are always looking for more volunteers. I think that's always the thing to say. All for the programs that I mentioned, also for all the chapters, and I think that it's such a worthwhile cause to be part of. Obviously, all of the friends, as I said, that I've made, and the growth that you will find here is just immense with WALD, and it's a great network to be part of.
It really is, and it probably is the strongest, most cohesive organization that I know of in lighting. So congratulations to you. Okay, thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you.